What's going on? We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Just wasted a large portion of my life on World Breaker Fight and watching DAZN. I mean, it was atrocious. It was terrible. Any adjective to describe DAZN tonight, it was by far the worst boxing event I've ever witnessed watching. I did not watch it through DAZN. I watched it through Sky. It was terrible. Anybody else tell you anything different? It was just the most atrocious thing you ever seen in your life. That's no cap, okay, as the young folks would say it. And Demetrius Andrade fought Walter K tonight. I think he won a unanimous decision. It sucked. It was garbage. Walter K, he had a lot of heart, but he was slow as molasses. And Andrade looked terrible, okay? Boxing scene, they say Andrade drops and dominates Walter K. I think that's one of the most misleading things. You could say it was not competitive, but Andrade looked terrible. His legs looked like they were rummy noodles, pasta angel hair. He did not look stable, and that's what happened with inactivity. If he was in there with Billy Joe Saunders tonight, a clean Billy Joe Saunders, I'm 99.9% sure I would have got this fight wrong, and Billy Joe Saunders would have upset Andrade. Andrade looked totally atrocious. He looked terrible tonight. He had a tailor-made opponent. It was the classic bum bash. It was a classic UK type of fight card. A whole bunch of meaningless fights, a whole bunch of lopsided, uncompetitive fights, incompetitive, whatever you want to call it, fights. But Andrade just basically dropped this guy several times. He basically was moving. The guy couldn't handle the speed of Andrade, but Andrade just, you could tell the inactivity really hurt him. He didn't have no real base. His legs were shaky. He wasn't as fast as I was accustomed to seeing him. And it probably was a blessing in disguise, which I think was more by design, that he didn't fight Billy Joe Saunders tonight. I think that was the best option for him. He's nowhere near the skill level that I thought he was at. And I think that's due to the inactivity. He looked worse than the last March fight, last year in March in 2017 when he fought Jack Coldcloud, when he barely eked out a decision because he's just too inactive. And Walter K, he's just not a world championship elite level fighter. I don't understand how a guy who never left the continent of Africa can come over here and get a world title shot. I don't understand that. He was atrocious, man. I mean, he had no speed. He had a lot of heart. He was strong, but he had no speed, and he was punching air all night. And Andrade wasn't even a B fighter tonight. Andrade was an average fighter at best tonight in that ring. And that's all I pretty much got to say about the fight, man. It was terrible. It was a whole terrible card. Andrade wins the title, but it's a trinket of a title. It was a trinket title, because he didn't beat the champ. And the champ, you can say the champ cheated and the champ juiced, whatever you want to say about Demetrius Andrade, about Billy Joe Saunders. You can say what you want to say, but at the end of the day, that didn't have no world championship level fight feel to it at all. It was a lopsided bum bash, and it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Walter K came over here, gave tremendous effort. Strong guy. Strong guy. You know what I'm saying? Short week, a short notice. He came over here. He did perform, and hopefully he get another shot at something. He can build himself back up in the States. But in my opinion, it was an atrocious fight. It was a lopsided fight. It's exactly what Eddie wanted, an easy way to the title. And, at the end of the day, it is what it is. This is what you pay for, when you buy the zone or when you're dealing with Eddie Hearn. And today, I didn't pay for the zone. And if I wanted to download the app, it would have been totally free. But guess what? I feel like I wasted my life. I feel like I wasted my time. I didn't pay Eddie in dollars or pounds or euros. I felt like I paid Eddie Hearn. In with time. I feel like I legitimately played this man in time. And that's just real talk, man. I just wasted a lot of time of my life watching this card, but congratulations. He got a title in front of his fans, and can't knock it, bro. You can't knock it. You just you got to get the win, no matter if it's ugly, beautiful, or terrible. You got to get the dub, and he done what he had to do and got the win. But if you missed the fight, you didn't miss nothing. It seemed like ESPN Plus had a better fight, and congratulations to Minnesota's own Robert Brandt for bringing the middleweight WBA regular title home. Shout out to him. And here we go, James Tennyson and Tevin Farmer, another bum bash. Me and World Breaker Fighting thought that James Tennyson failed. He took a dive. Tevin Farmer don't even punch hard to knock anybody out to the body, but this is a guy who got stopped by a guy that was 2-62. So he was fighting a complete bum bash. Tevin Farmer hand speed was definitely a difference maker. His body punching, you know, when you ain't the strongest puncher, I mean, you got to use volume, and why not when you need to stop somebody, slow them down. Like Tennyson was coming in, bobbing and weaving behind the high guard. Why not come in and, go to the body? And Farmer did. He shoe shine to the head. So Farmer got really, really good hand speed, tremendous hand speed. He just doesn't possess any punching power. But, you know, other than that, he was a good body puncher. Got touched up a little bit. Tennyson was touching him up. I think he rolled with some of Tennyson punches. But, good fighter, though. You know, I think Tevin Farmer is an okay fighter. I don't think he's anything tremendous. I think he's just above average because he got a world title. Tennyson was terrible, but Tennyson wasn't bad as advertised. He came in behind the high guard. He came in bobbing and weaving, going to the body, uppercuts, getting leverage. And he made Northern Ireland very, very proud tonight. I will say that about him. He did make them proud tonight. He put on a hell of a performance. Had a hell of a game plan. Tevin Farmer body punching was just the difference. It might look like he took a dive. Maybe I'm wrong about it. But tremendous, effort from that kid. I will give him that. It was a bum bash. It was a terrible fight. The difference was this was a double bum bash. Both of them was bums in my opinion. When I say bums, I mean no disrespect. I just mean you're not that good. So if people get irate and get angry about me calling people bums, it is what it is. That's what I mean by it. But I know Farmer stopped this guy. Let me give you the exact round. I can't remember. Because then I had to sit through Katie Taylor and Serrano, which I really didn't really pay attention to. I was pretty much watching the Laker game. Because it was just boring. And she won a unanimous decision. But, yeah, I just know Farmer won, man. He knocks him out in the fifth round. Tevin Farmer, 5th round domination. It kind of, I don't know if you can give Tennyson some rounds just based off aggression, but, Tennyson held it down, though, for his country. Strong guy, and just Tevin Farmer was a world-class fighter. It wasn't that easy. I will say that. It wasn't an easy fight, but, congratulations to Tevin Farmer. Overall, I feel like I wasted my entire life on this fight card. Seriously, I feel like I wasted my entire life watching this fight card. That's just how I feel, bro. Like, this was terrible. They had long interviews in between the fights. They had Tony Bellew, promos going on, interviews with Tony Bellew they recorded. That nobody in America cares about Tony Bellew. I don't know. Maybe I was watching from Sky, and Sky just had some different interviews or whatever nature they had. But like I said, it was atrocious, man. I really couldn't gauge the crowd, from what I was looking at. The Lord Bell feel like it had a nice amount of people. I heard higher up, they didn't have that many good people, that many people there. And, it is what it is. But let me know if you went to the fight and did you enjoy the fight card. Let me know how y'all felt about it. I always value, everybody's opinion. Okay. So let me know what you guys thought about the fight. Let me know. What did you guys think about the fight card? Did you like it? Did you feel like you wasted your life? No opinion is a bad opinion. I feel like it was a waste of time. We don't like all these televised bum bashes. We just want three or four really good televised cards, and we'll be Gucci. You know what I'm saying? So atrocious. I would love to hear what Eddie Hearn had to say about this fight card. I don't believe he sat through it. He probably went to a seat or something, but it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you want to make a donation, PayPal link is there as well. Also, don't forget, Early Morning Grind, Boxing Talk Show, every Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. starting at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time So salute to everybody out there that's holding us down. Salute to my brother, the Cali Enigma, Boxing Network and Sports Network, Boxing and Sports Network, excuse me. Shout out to World Breaker Fighting for having me over there. Shout out to Southside Boxing 601 who let me come over there, and we had a really good talk. Always enjoy talking to those brothers, man. Always have a lot of fun, a lot of insight talking to them brothers, man. And shout out to the whole LDBC. Y'all know what the business is.